Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to High Top Sports Thursday stream for the boys. I told you, look, if anything pops, we're going to be rocking. We're in the middle of, it's football season. We got football on TV right now. We are balls to the wall, okay? Keep the bell turned on. You never know when we're going to flip the switch here at High Top Sports. We get some massive news on DJ Lagway. Are we surprised? No. If you've been watching, we told you not to panic. We told y'all to chill out, all right? Now, you had your rights for your concerns, but it appears that all is moving as anticipated, as expected. So I'm telling you, when that first clip of DJ Lagway just spinning the absolute pigskin through the air, just coming out like an absolute piss missile, it's going to hit like crack on a Tuesday, boys. I'm letting you know right now. We have player interviews today. A lot of great insight. I love player interviews because they're going to give you the raw information. Great questions. A lot of great insight on these guys. I love to get to know about them more and more. And we get a glimpse, a take on some old style, a little nostalgia, right? An old play. Remember the Titans-esque I said earlier on the Bird app. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get after and have a great flipping show. I'm excited. Smash the like button. Subscribe. Good to see you. DJ says Shelton doubting Shelton actually has a job. Nevertheless, spit on me. I do. I love this. Like we all have hobbies. People like to game. People like to do this. I love this. Like I'm addicted to this. This is I want to do this as full time as I possibly can. And when you want to do it and you can taste it, you get after it. So I enjoy it. I try to make sure I get my priorities straight. But this is my hobby. This is what makes me tick. All right, a couple super chats before we get this thing started. Jimbo, tell me something good. Go Gators, spot the ball. I love it. And then High Top Rope, my man, 20 bones. Let's get it. Oh, that's what he said. Let's get it. 200 strong in here. Let's smash the like button. Let's have ourselves a show. And boy, oh boy, let's go and get after this dang thing. DJ Lagway, our man, Zach Alberti on the ball. I saw it earlier in the day. He dropped it in the forums, like on the little On3 message boards. And I was like, Zach, usually, like somebody dropped it in the Discord. And I was like, this is like behind a paywall type stuff. And I respect those boys. They grind. So behind the paywall stuff, I usually wait until it kind of it runs its course before we talk about it because I don't want to disrespect those guys. But I was like, Zach, if this thing don't hit the mainstream media by the time I get home, we talking about it. You can't sit here and tell me that DJ Lagway is A-OK throwing 200-yard footballs and me not talk about it. You out of control. But Paul Feinbaum, he must have read the message boards because he dropped a little nugget, tagging Zach Alberti. So cool for him to have that. Paul was all about it. But let's get after the tweet. What exactly was stated, what was said, the words verbatim. There wasn't I don't think there was an actual article on it. I mean, there's not much, right? It was just a quote. Zach Alberti said, he's out of a boot now. He's moving around, good at practice. This isn't a major injury. I anticipate him being out there when the Gators open the season. Now, we said this. We had it on the Sunday show when we were live doing the Independent Media Gator Day. I told you, we already knew. Everyone on that panel knew of the boot news. And Gator Dave kind of alluded to, hey, like said it without saying it, that you're going to hear some things. He didn't say that, but I knew the way that he was delivering the message of like, hey, game one, he's going to be okay. Based on what we know, I mean, who knows what can happen over the next couple of weeks. I'm not trying to wish anything, but based on what he knows now, like he'll be ready to rock and roll. So hearing this wasn't really surprising to me. I think it went a lot faster than I thought. I know, obviously, when Twitter gets their hands on things, some people were freaking out, right? Like, I got buddies who follow this kind of like tentatively, right? Kind of just in and out. And they're like, yo, I'm hearing DJ's like out for 6 weeks. What's up? Relax. It's good. We're good. Everything's okay. It's not 6 weeks. It's not 8 weeks. A week at best. And we had Napier's presser on Monday. We heard that he was making strides, and I think we were already a week and a half into the injury, if you will. So the fact that he's already out of it is absolutely huge, in my opinion. I think that's great. Again, I think it goes back to all of us saying that the boot was probably overly cautious. The fact that he's already out of it, and it doesn't hurt, and I'm glad that he's walking around feeling good, looking good. And again, Saturday is going to be massive, especially because it's going to be that first open practice with everybody, and people are going to be itching to see him. Now, with them opening it up, you've kind of kept the thing a secret at this point. You've kept DJ Lagway and what he can do kind of under wraps. And some fans probably are frustrated about it. And some people are asking, like, why the secretiveness? But at this point, it's like, kind of just keep us on our toes. You know what I mean? Like, if he's practicing behind closed doors in a 3-barrier underground cave, I'm fine with it. It don't matter to me as long as he slings it day one. That's fine. I don't need to see it. I would love to see it, but I don't need to see it until when it counts. So it's going to be interesting to see how they trot on there on Saturday and to get after it. Will he be slinging it? Will he not? Maybe we should do a poll. Does DJ Lagway not get in the huddle and just hand one off, but take a step back and launch one down the field? Now, I think that he will play because he played in the spring game, even with being injured. He obviously just handed it off, but he at least took some snaps. So I think that we'll see that. The question is, are we going to see him sling it a couple of times and play some actual reps through this practice? How this practice will be held, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be hosted like a scrimmage. I don't know if they're going to host it like they do a typical practice where they're just going to do their thing. Like, they're not going to try to impress or do, like a scrimmage-esque to make it kind of electric. Like, we are going through our motions. Linemen over here, tight ends over here, blah, blah, blah. Typically, though, when they go to the field, they do a scrimmage. Like, you're not going to go all the way to the field to do the basic stuff. I think they're going to crank it up a little bit and have some fun. And I'm hoping to hear back what we've been hearing, right? I want them to hate practice quotes. I want them to be pissed off and miserable from the Tyreek Sapps. I hope we see a little bit of that edge, that little bit of that grind come from those guys from Saturday. So it's going to be some good stuff, man. Look, the buzz, it's always the same every fall camp. I mean, everybody's excited. The clips are flowing. The lies are spewing out like crazy. One of the crazy ones I saw today was from TJ Pittiger, the FSU guy from Double Slaws and Handy, says, has spoken with a few sources. After one day of fall camp, I'm not sure Alabama was quite ready for the FSU football team. One hell of a take. One hell of a take. Somebody who we're cordial, been on his show, great guy. I know people like to hate on him. I do too. It's fun. But he's had his reserves, right? Like, he's been, I would say, realistic of what to expect. But again, complete overhaul of this football team, right? So, hey, it's bookmarked. I'm telling you, it's bookmarked. If I wasn't blocked before, I might be in a couple of weeks. Let's just put it that way, because that one's up there with Bud Elliott. All right, that one's a spicy one. We say some crazy things. We do. I get it. But off a 2-10 season, you turn things. That's a hot one. I mean, that's a freezing cold one, if you will. So we'll see. Tyler Bohannon, $2. Spot the ball. I love it, man. I love it. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Carlos Webb, I am telling you now, Shelton, Billy loves this team. Yeah, I don't disagree, Carlos. I think he's feeling it. He feels confident. He's loving everything about it. Now, today we had the players. We had Jacoby Jackson talk with the presser, who we had as well. Hayden Hansen, George Gums, who I love, and one more, Devin Moore, were the four of the guys that spoke today. A lot of great things came from this. I'm going to read a couple of things that I love. The first one being the Remember the Titans-esque feel that Napier is applying across the campus, if you will. So, this is what Hayden Hansen had to say. We are the closest we've ever been since I gotten here. Guy's been there for about a minute. And it's phenomenal. Give you a couple of examples. Napier's been doing this thing. He calls a congregation dinner. So no phones. He makes a random depth chart. He has about 8 guys at a table, and he has prompts in a book you pull out, and it'll ask a question. Like, who do you lean on the most? And you really get deep with the guys. You connect. We have journey meetings. I don't know if B Spikes has ever touched on that, but we have a lot. And you walk through the locker room, and guys aren't on their phones. They're talking. They're playing games. And another rule is no phones in the recovery room. So you're getting recovery. You got to talk to your teammates. It's really showing. When you get to the thick and thin of it, when you're in Death Valley, game on the line, last drive, everybody's tired. You want to look up to your left and your right. Know your brother's story. Know they're not going to fold and they can trust you. And it goes a long way, and I've really seen that take off. Look, it's talking season, and I know people, I just want to win games. I get it. And it's one in the locker room. It's one in the play calling. I get it. But when you're going to go exactly on Death Valley and you're talking about getting that edge and you're talking about hitting a game winner and being able to suck up and nut up when it matters most, this is what's going to be a factor in that difference. Everything else we've talked about is going to be too. Don't get it twisted. You can't just be kumbaya and go win football games. I understand that. But that's another level that you have to get there. What I love about this, and it's one of my favorite people in my life, he's 65 years old. He used to live on a sailboat. And we went on the sailboat with him and a couple of his older friends. And I'm not going to go somewhere and not be on your phone. So that's the first step. You're not on your phone. But he also doesn't play music. I'm a big guy with music. Like music has to be on. But by him not playing music and we're just kind of sailing this boat, it forces everyone to have conversations. I had some of the most fantastic quality conversations with these men that have done incredible things, had kids, because you are forced to have conversations that you normally wouldn't have. And he told me about this later on. He goes, "Did you like how it was?" I go, "Yeah, it's cool, man. Just chit-chatting." But he goes, there's a reason why. There's no music, no phones. It forces everybody to talk. He's like, on road trips with my kids and I would never play music. My kids hated it. They would pout, they would kick, they would scream, and be quiet for a bit. But eventually, you get tired of sitting in the quiet, so you just start talking. And he goes, it created the best conversations that we remember forever. And so this is what reminds me of that, of like you are forcing these guys to tap into a certain part of their brain, especially this younger generation that we're just sucked to our phones. It's very easy to get away from what's important. It's very Remember Titan-esque like. Like we are going to take ourselves out of the ordinary and just go blood, sweat, and tears and block it out. We're going to brainwash ourselves to believe like this is it. This is all that matters, and just soak ourselves into it, which I love. I thought it was fantastic. I loved hearing that story. It fired me up, as you can tell. I might get hit with the sunshine pumper and overly optimistic, but I love these kind of things. I think it's what makes that grittiness in a football team. Another big thing. It's hilarious because I've been saying this about the quarterback room, okay? Says, I feel comfortable with any of them back there. Harrison has a lot of experience. Hayden gained some very valuable experience last year, and Trammell is moving along very fast for a freshman of his caliber. I'm very impressed with all of them. And 3 deep quarterbacks, I mean, you're not really going to break a sweat. You put any of them back there, and we're going to make their lives easier. And it's our job to do that. And you can't forget about the Heisman candidate. That guy's phenomenal. I mean, year 1 cover of EA. This guy's insane. Talking about, of course, DJ Lagway. But essentially saying, like, listen, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Wide receiver, O-line, tight end depth, and running back 3-headed monster. We can support any of our signature colors. I've been kind of saying it, okay? Y'all call me crazy for it, and I get it. But again, I just think that's where the confidence and the quality of this team is at a level that it hasn't been in quite some time. See how the chats are flowing. Bam lost to Vandy. Oh, you guys just argue with one another. I love it. I love the animosity. It keeps me fired up. Talked about, this was a tweet. Let me pull this up here. My man Dylan Olive tweeted out a few things too. Hayden Hansen caught about 5 to 6 passes in team period yesterday, according to himself. There is a lot for a tight end in our system. Now, let's read some tea leaves here. Let's get after it. What does that mean? Right? This is his quote. This was Hayden Hansen's quote. That's a lot for a tight end in our system. Meaning that obviously the play calling is adjusting. The play calling is starting to feed that tight end room a little bit more. He talked about Amir Jackson, what he's been able to do. Him and Tony Livingston, what they're doing, kind of just the Smash Bros. They had a nickname for him that he said. Let me see what he had. Hard to read duo. They can block and get open, crediting Livingston resilience through adversity. And you love that. Again, those are 2 big guys. Hayden Hansen was phenomenal last year. Didn't smash off the page, wasn't the sexy play, right? But if you watched what he did, how his ability to rotate and block and level guys, this man was an absolute unit. And Tony Livingston was huge too. Stephen Harris is going to get another guy, another. We should get little stickers, right, like we do on our helmets for good takes, because Tony Livingston is somebody that he has been nodding and hyping up for quite some time, going along with the Caleb Banks and the Jacoby Jacksons. Like those were his 2 initial big stars. This would be a third one here if we see him have a monster year. Dallas Wilson got praise from everybody. Okay, praise from Hayden Hansen, praise from George Gums of like, yeah, the ball goes up in the air. He's like, that guy's gonna catch it. That guy's gonna bring that thing down, and he usually does. Physical gains, offensive transformation, body fat cut from 14 as a unit, as a whole, or for him, 14% to 12%. This is for Hayden Hansen. 12 pounds of muscle. Okay, his speed almost 22 miles an hour. This is Hayden Hansen. Tight end, Hayden Hansen. Strength PRs across lifts. He squats 45, benches 365, and cleans 335. That's tight end. That's a dude. That's a unit. Okay? I mean, 12% body fat, boys? In my life. Never. Maybe one day. Never. I love it. That fires me up. Now, let's talk George Gums. Another great interview that I was able to read through today. Excited. He has a story on Jaden Woods that was hilarious. He's like, he's like, at first when he got there, he's like, kind of weird, a little quiet to himself. He called him Michael Myers. He goes, when he first got here, he used to think of him like Michael Myers. You know Michael Myers, right? Yeah, okay. He's a little weird. But now, since he got a little comfortable around us, he talks all the time. He's very talkative, but he will talk, And look, we met him. Very talkative, very comfortable. I could see where he would be a little shy at first, but he was great. He goes, he has a funny story. He goes, I got a funny story. This was yesterday, walkthrough. We get ready to line up, mind you. It's walkthrough. He comes over to me, and he's saying, you go full speed? I'm like, bro, it's a walkthrough. Chill. But it's a good thing. You never want to have to push somebody to fight. He's somebody you definitely pull back, So that's his quote from Gums talking about Woods, saying that he's just kind of ready to go at all times. And even said that Woods is always wanting to learn, asking him about, hey, can you help me watch this off with the tackle? What is he doing? I want to know what I'm looking for to get off the edge very quickly. He talked about Elgin McCray making massive strides alongside Cameron James. He goes, this edge room is going to be an absolute monster because of the strides that we've made in this offseason. So I loved hearing that. Again, in regards to speaking to Dallas Wilson, he said his quote was, every time I look up, he's about to catch that, and yes, he catches it, which is he's good. He's a good standout player. What's even cooler, and they asked Hayden Hansen about this, LJ McCray, Gums, and Cam took up boxing in the offseason. I guess Coach Peterson told them it'd be good to kind of get their hand-eye coordination up, their ability to kind of swat people off. He goes, boxing's hard. And so I think boxing is a phenomenal tool to get stronger, faster, just your overall strength. Boxing is a great cardio workout as well too. So I love hearing that. I'm not sure if Sapp was involved with that or not, but good stuff there. And again, Jaden Woods once again was somebody he said that will be who's going to surprise us, who's going to be a big factor this year going into it. And look, we've heard about it, we've talked about it. I'm excited hearing more about that in regards to Jaden Woods. Again, a freshman edge, especially with losing the likes of TJ Searcy and Jack Pyburn, when you go get a guy that's making that much noise that early on, and if LJ makes the stride and the growth that we're seeing and hearing, fire me up, boys. Fire me up. Okay? And Jacoby and Devin Moore, those interviews were great too. Didn't get much from them that I felt was kind of like, whoa. Haven't heard those. Jacoby talked a lot about his growth from JUCO, which we talked about him ourselves. That was a big thing that we pulled from Jacoby. So since that we spoke to him, there's a lot of those questions that we had already talked to him about the running back room, about what it's going to take. Very humble, very excited about that room, as he said to us on our show just on Sunday. So all good stuff. Most importantly, though, the big one was with DJ Lagway that has me really fired up. Without a shadow of a doubt. Leandre, boxing is the easiest way to get lean. Couldn't agree more. Pyburn read the room and saw his snaps being limited by LJ. Yeah, I really think, and again, we hear, what was the words of he wanted to be guaranteed. I think he saw the competition stiffening up and wanted to assure that, hey, I don't want to have to, I don't know, again, I'm assuming that I don't want to do that, but you got to wonder, right? That room is thick. In a good way. I mean, you got a guy, Tyreek Sapp, who's being projected to be first round. So that spot's locked. So now you're just fighting for that one spot, basically against George Gums, LJ McCray, TJ Searcy's was there at the time. Cam James, who's up and coming, right? You got a freshman, Jaden Woods, who obviously was turning some heads. Oh, that was the other thing. He snapped. Dude, the young man is extremely strong. I think he broke George Gums' record like week 1, he said. He goes, the guy is an athlete. He's a freak. And we know George Gums. The guy's a monster. I mean, he's just a physical freak of nature and has been known as the big guy this entire time. So Jaden Woods, true freshman, coming in and beating his record. Woo! Come on. Y'all know it. Spit on me. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. 446 strong in here and not 100 likes. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Disappointed. Okay? Just disappointed. So, Did I miss it? Did I miss super chat? I did miss super chat. My apologies. $10 from Eric Tucci. Run the ball. Run it. I love it. $5. I wish Bill would utilize the tight ends like Mullen did. Just saying. Well, look, hearing these things from Hayden Hansen sounds like we could be creeping towards that more than ever before. Okay? He loved the linebacker room, said it's a hybrid group. Big, fast, and versatile. That was great to see that as well. Let me see here. Yeah, so Amir Jackson calls his improvement night and day. More confident, faster, vocal, and a downfield threat. So you got him, again, alongside Livingston, and of course, he's himself, Hayden Hansen. And then he talked about the two young guys in the room as well. So it does seem like the tight ends will be utilized much more. And again, what really excited me was his compliment to the quarterback room of Aiden Warner and Harrison Bailey and Shermel Jones. Like, to say, like, these guys have made tremendous growth and strides during this offseason, and I expect them to do some big things. I'm excited to see what they're going to be able to do, and we feel comfortable no matter what you put back there because of what's surrounding those guys. So that, again, I loved reading that about him. Talked a little bit about his family. Oh, they talked about practices getting heated. He goes, yes, in the midst of battle, it's heated. No one wants to lose their rep in front of the team because you know you're going to see it on film and hear about it. But for the most part, there's not many fights or anything like that. Which, look, I think you want a healthy, competitive battle. I do remember, like, year one, there being some beefs. And I was fired up for it. I was like, yo, you want that? But obviously it was not for good reason. Clearly there was some turmoil going on or for why we had that. But there was some, I remember it vividly, there being noise of some pretty rigorous fights. Now, again, in this heat, I still expect probably somebody to get a little spicy with it. But we'll see how that plays out. Yeah, that's all I pretty much see about that. That I enjoyed. We got Bush Latte, $2. W in Death Valley can't stop us after that. I mean, I'm telling you, that's going to be a big one there. That's where things are going to get rocking and rolling. How's everyone feeling with the new news on DJ Lagway? Are you feeling a little bit better now with Steven? What's the news for DJ Lagway? DJ Lagway's boots off. He's walking around and is expected to be ready to go week one. That was the verbiage from our guy Zach Alberti on 3. Is there still reason to be concerned because of, how quickly it was overcome? These are things, again, that are going to be definitely, I think, something to talk about and think about for the next couple of weeks. Again, I think if we're able to see him, see his mobility, see the chemistry, see his, you can pick it apart. We've seen it. Just the tempo, the placement, how's the ball spinning off the hand, all those things. I mean, he's always looked good in practice, but timing, how is that looking? Those are things that we're going to look for and be, I would say, as picky as possible. And hopefully we can see that and hear about it as quickly as we can. Again, I talked about it on the last night's show with Cam, where last year when the noise came out of that right side of the offensive line, there being some question marks, and we kind of all oohed and awed on it. Well, there were some serious issues that came from that. So I don't want that to happen this year, but that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for that noise of there being some chirping, like, this is where our concern is. This is where we're seeing a little bit of a fallback. It's early, right? We're in day 2. The energy's high. The buzz is there. Let's figure out next Thursday. Talk to me. I do know, I've been doing this for 4 years now. It'll get a little, we'll find ourselves in this lull because it's just kind of repetitive. We're hearing the same stuff. Not much is happening from day to day, even though they're practicing every day. And that's where the buzz wears off, the high wears off from everybody, and then they're kind of just watching, almost waiting for something to slip. And that's where I think we'll get a little more of the reality of where things are at, right? Again, you look on Twitter, you look at everywhere what's going on, everyone's going undefeated. The FSU, when TJ put that about them, they're going to give Alabama issues from day one. That's wild. Hell of a take. I love it. I love it. Like, that's what it's all about. But hell of a take. Gerald says DJ didn't need the boot. They put on for caution. That was kind of what we all we intended. right? Like, hey, little pull, little pull, little tightness. Let's not be dumb about it. Let's be careful. But again, how serious was this pull? Is it something that, hey, anytime you kind of get rocking and rolling, like are you on the verge of pulling something? That would be my only question. That'd be my only question. But boys, great little update here. Okay. A lot of great stuff. Glad we were able to hop in, get this little pop-up show here on a beautiful Thursday. Tomorrow, we shouldn't have a show unless, again, something kind of pops. Maybe we'll get some clips from tomorrow. Maybe the beat writers will be allowed in to the practice and get 15 minutes. If there's clips tomorrow, we'll be talking about it. We're going to have, listen, we're going to be all in, rocking and rolling as quick as we possibly can. Saturday, we're going to have a hell of a day with Cam Parker once that is all closed up. But if tomorrow nothing happens, enjoy your Friday. Relax, okay? 462 strong, boys. I appreciate y'all for tuning in on this beautiful Thursday night with the Hall of Fame game on, which is not very exciting. So, at least it's football, right? We get the noises, the sounds, the whistles. It's good. It's good. I love it. Y'all be good, though. I appreciate y'all. Smash the like button, subscribe. Peace and love, baby.